I guess this is going to be um, I guess it is are you being spied on? Are they spying on you or whatever? I'll just electronic spying or whatever, surveillance, mind control spying, I don't know, whatever. Um it's it's just almost too funny that when, like, Snowden comes out and he releases this information that they're spying on people through all these major media companies and social internet companies and all this stuff, and he releases that information via other people, so that he doesn't get stopped in one form or another. And like, to the general public or to the news media, they just blow it way out of proportion. Like, wow, he just released this top secret information that he's been revealing and unveiled all these spy programs that the government has been doing on people, and that the corporations have been doing on people, and this surveillance of the population, you know. And it just kind of amazes me that people, why they would even make a story about it, or what's new about that. I mean, they've been doing that for millions of years, government spying on people and people spying on people. And I mean, if you grow up in a small town, you spy on your neighbors and they spy on you or whatever. I mean, and naturally, I mean, ever since far back as radio or TV, or the first electronic devices were even invented, naturally the first priority was to use the device to monitor people and spy on them. Even with black and white TV sets or the very first radios and all that stuff, as soon as all that technology came out, it was immediately being used to spy on people. I mean, call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever, or you might believe it because they release that, other information publicly. But that's basically just the name of the game. So anytime you do anything on the internet is basically public domain. They're spying on and all that stuff. And, it doesn't really bother me or shock me because I've known that for years, ever since I was a kid. I mean, from teachers spying on me at school and everything. They just, if ever since your first report card, and even before then, they're spying on you. I mean, you know, but you know, it's but now it's just spying XD. It's and to start off with, you know, I don't really have a problem with it, other than it's it's a one-way mirror. I guess that is my issue. Is it's a one-way mirror, and the spying is for the corrupt powers that are manipulating and controlling the world and the population. It's not. It's the spying isn't for the good of the people. You know, it's a one-way mirror, and it's to their advantage. Like, if they want to open the door up and let me spy on them and tell them where my tax money's going and what they're doing illegally and how they're breaking the law and how they're publishing propaganda, which is lies, that I know, and I know all this stuff, you know, and that they're, you know, if it was a two-way mirror where I get to spy on them equally as they spy on me, you know, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But it's just, it's like it's a one-way street. It's a one-way mirror. I guess that's what annoys me about it the most. I mean, you know, it's like they want to know everything about me. They want to know where I'm at, what I'm doing, what video I uploaded, who I'm interacting with, how much money I'm putting here and there, and all that stuff. And you know, they cloak it all in the name of terrorism when the people that are doing the spying are actually the terrorists. They're the real terrorists. The people that are doing the spying, trust me. The people that are doing the surveillance on you are the real terrorists, and they're terrorizing you. You know. First of all, giving people a feeling that they have no privacy and that they're being monitored all the time is terrorism. It's like trying to invade their mind. It's like not respecting their boundaries. And aside from that, it's already been proven and found out that the people that use this information are using it for illegal purposes, and they're breaking the law. The people that are spying on you. Aside from all that issues about the constitutional and all that stuff and the constitutional rights being broken and all that stuff, they did that years ago. They did that before they even wrote the Constitution. I think the Constitution was just kind of to make people think that they weren't doing that. Illegal seizures and court orders and all that stuff, you know. And so now they just openly spy. But then people say, well, you know, they point the blame, like, because Snowden brought it out about the U.S. government doing it. Well, every government's doing it to everybody, everywhere. So it's not just, and it's the mob, it's the frickin', you know, everybody that has access to the technology, hackers, organized crime, unorganized crime, whatever, college students or people that just know how to do it, they're all doing the same thing, you know, and governments do, and you know, it's all just a big joke. It really is. And so, you know, eventually it's going to turn into this, you know, that's not good enough. They're going to start injecting people with chips. Well, they probably already are in some places. I'm not up on the news everywhere. I've been kind of isolated, but, or whatever, you know. There's a movie that came out years ago by a popular director, and it basically it was a movie about where people would have a chip in them or whatever, and if they worked and they did a certain amount of credits, they were okay. And then if they made one mistake at their work or something that cost them more money than the person was actually worth, in fact that they were in debt, on the powers that be making money off them. They ran into debt. At that point, they were sent to like a special island or special area and exterminated. You can't tell them that you're doing it openly, you know. But so that's coming down the pike. But I'm about ready to just frickin' give up all the electronic devices and everything I can as much as I possibly can, because I'm not seeing any benefit from it at all. I mean, I'm just watching people getting brainwashed by propaganda and having people try to push propaganda on me, trying to push their frickin' products on me and all that stuff. I mean, that's the bottom line. They don't care about terrorism. They love terrorism because they make money off it. It's everything in this world is about the money. And so all that spying is really, really, really about the money. And you can leave comments all day long on this, and I'll leave it open for comments. But, you know, you can just, it's all about the spying for the money. Money is the bottom line. It's not because they care about you or they're concerned about your health or they want to help you. That's just a smoke screen. They just want to take your money and they want to spy on you to sell you their products. That's all it is. That's what the spying is all about. And it's all about the money, like businesses spy on other businesses and they spy on technologies, industrial espionage and all that stuff. Again, it's all about the money. So all the spying is all about the money, basically, in the brainwashing and the conditioning and all that. And so basically I'm like I've said, I'm just about ready. You know, I already have to deal with it as little as I possibly can. And then eventually I will just disconnect. I will get off the grid, as they say. I want nothing to do with that stuff. Yeah. And if they're spying on me right now, I doubt that they are, because it would be pretty boring. This video is pretty boring, really. And there's so many people probably saying this exact same thing at the same moment that I don't think they'd even bother with it, and I don't really care. So, yeah, it's just a joke.